yourself?
I'm wonderful. My name is Muzwane Mafule Molen, Secretary Faculty of Course Advisory. You are in a career hunt with us today. Would you please tell us what is your name and what you're studying?
My name is Puleng Khateria and I'm studying zoology, ecology and environmental science at Wits.
Zoology, ecology and environmental science. What are these all about? Would you please try to break them down to us for that child who wants to be a zoologist and ecologist and environmental scientist?
All these majors, which is two majors, if you love life sciences, then this is the course for you, right? So zoology is a study about animals and their interaction with the environment. And then ecology and environmental science encompasses plants as well, animals and the environment and their interactions and the influence that the environment has on the plants and the animals, and also the influence that animals and plants have on the environment.
So what made you decide for this career path of animals and plants?
Besides my high school love for life sciences, venturing at first year, I wanted to do microbiology. But because, at high school we didn't have exposure to microscopes, so first year was kind of hard with the microscopes, and that's why I discovered that microscopes really are not for me, So I'm like, let me pursue this high school love of life sciences and go into something that deals with plants and animals, and I loved it.
What kind of advice can you give to that individual who would like to follow in your footsteps, who would like to follow the same career?
Doing this course will make you realize the importance of plants and animals, and it will make you actually appreciate nature. You start realizing that things you were ignoring, the birds around you, the plants around you, and you can also start seeing how unique your environment is. Maybe if you go to Limpopo, you know that, wow, the certain trees are only occur in Limpopo, indigenous plants, indigenous animals, and you start wanting to know the ins and outs of nature actually. Okay. And you start being inquisitive, actually grooming yourself as a scientist, asking yourself why this happens. And there's this phenomenon called biomimicry, where they observe nature and try to develop products looking at nature. Like there's this design of a toilet that they use using a shell, and there's also a building that they copy the termite mound and the ventilation of it. They look at the biology behind it, and then they start building buildings like that, so that they save energy and whatnot.
Yes, and they become eco-friendly yes.
Ideas, and now every company is going green, it's
yes.
The new phenomenon, and you need a biological background, which zoology, ecology and environmental science fits perfectly into this now developing ideas that are coming through now.
Yes.
It's really relevant.
Yes, and the diversity of these animals is important, it's imperative. Now, would you please tell us, what kind of what words of encouragement can you give to that somebody who think that university is not for them, who think that they cannot make it to university? How can you motivate them?
I believe that everything is possible, and regardless of where you come from, right? All you have to do is just have the marks. That's this other Mugabe Morris, he was a president here at school, saying that your marks will pay your fees. And I think that's a really important element, that while you're at high school, focus on getting the right marks, and don't worry that maybe you can't afford it, because if your marks are good, there are bursaries for you, there's financial aid for you, and if you qualify, then there's no need for you to worry. So as a learner, your only worry and concern should be getting the right marks and nothing else.
Yes, indeed. Worry about your marks. Start acting today for the changes that you want to see tomorrow. Now, I forgot that question. Where do ecologists, where do environmental scientists, where do zoologists work after they complete their degrees?
Various places, because you can work at research institutes. What's that? Forgot that.
Okay. And
that place, research place, right? You can work at the zoos, at lodges that conserve animals. Try to preserve the animals. You can work at schools, you know, and train people to appreciate nature. You can be a lecturer if you want to venture into lecturing. You can have a consulting company. You can also work in mines now, like doing environmental impact assessment, where before maybe they want to open this mine, they consult you and ask what will be affected if this mine is developed, and what would you recommend be done, you know, as a form of rehabilitation. You can work with mines as in consultancy. You can do your own research and start wondering why the baobab tree is doing whatever, or why that tree is growing in that environment, and start doing your own research and get funding from government if it is something of economic importance and that would benefit the people.
Yes, indeed. You have gave us insight about your courses, and we very much appreciate that. We believe that you have made a difference into many people's lives out there. Thank you for participating.